Today I wanted to spend some time, first of all, just debunking some myths around ADHD and what ADHD is not. So firstly, ADHD is not just related to hyperactivity. It can do, but there's 3 parts to ADHD, and one of the big parts has got nothing to do with hyperactivity. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if your child is diagnosed with ADHD that they're climbing up the walls, that they're out of control, and that they can't calm down. So that's myth number 1. Myth number 2 is that your child is not broken or needs fixing. It's a neurodevelopmental condition, which means that there are challenges going on in the brain and the nervous system that need to be addressed and harnessed. But it doesn't mean that your child is broken, and it certainly does not mean that they need fixing. Myth number 3, that ADHD is a result of bad parenting. It is not. It's got nothing to do with bad parenting or parenting in and of itself. It is a neurodevelopmental condition that needs to be addressed, and there's definitely some strategies and tips that can potentially help your child, but this has absolutely nothing to do with bad parenting. Number 4, it's got to do with intelligence. It doesn't. It's got nothing to do with intelligence. Some of the smartest people I know out there have ADHD and are super mega intelligent. So it's got nothing to do with intelligence. Number 5, it's something that they will outgrow. This is not true. There's definitely challenges that can be addressed. There's definitely ways that we can harness and reframe to support your child, in the learning, growing, emotional regulation capacity, absolutely. But it's not something that will outgrow, and it's not something that they will learn from. And the last myth that I want to bust is that it is not a superpower. Sometimes neurotypical people like to call it that because they feel like it justifies some things or empowers some people, but for many of the kids that I work with, I actually find that phrase disempowering. And here's why: because it sets us up for failure. So, in some respects, it can be quite debilitating. There's definitely some challenges there. And so calling someone, with a condition like this, superpower, it's like, well, why am I not coping? If this is a superpower, why do I feel so crap? So, so there's lots of things that are going on with ADHD that we'll talk about today in the podcast, but I just wanted to start off by, debunking some myths, and so we can kind of unpack what it isn't, and then we can get cracking on what it is.